What's going on, guys? Monsterjamfan2010 here, and today we're back with Monsterjamfan2010's commentary series, episode number 9. It's another ranking video, like the last two have been, and this is going to be a gaming type. Monster Jam games ranked, all 9 of them. Now, real quick, I want to just get some rules out here just because, I feel like it's needed. Number 1, it has to be licensed games. All games are licensed by Monster Jam Games. Number 2, simulation games are not allowed, like Rigs of Rise, BeamNG, MTM2, like that series overall. All those games are not really allowed just because they're not licensed as well. Number 3, no mobile games just because, sake of clarity. And the last one, it has to be made in the last 20 years. So that's just how it's going. Anyways, time for ranking. Number 9. Monster Jam Crush It. Crush It is just bad in general. The whole game in general, nothing really much fun. It's just, the game is ultra bare bones. Yeah, there's just not much really good about the game. Just physics, controls, graphics, really everything about the game is just bad. And it's just a complete mess. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about really the whole state of this series with this very next one. Number 8, Monster Jam Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds was also kind of a disaster. The entire company just looked like they just didn't have a whole lot of money when they did the Monster Jam games. It was just really bad. It was just really, really, really bad. And it was a good thing Fell got rid of them after just 2 games because, yeah, this was really bad. And overall, just no one was enjoying it. And this is really a period where Monster Jam gaming, really a lot of Monster Truck gaming was still a bit uncertain, really what their future would be, because this was just not good at all. But, yeah. Just basically the same thing as Crush It, except maybe slightly less than it. I don't know, though. Overall, it's almost the same as Crush It. Number 7, Monster Jam Maximum Destruction. Ubisoft had a weird type of run with Monster Jam, and they really tried to make this first one like a Twisted Metal type of Monster Jam game, but that really they really didn't work out well at all as they wanted. Really, the game mode factors are just pretty bare bones, since really racing and freestyle barely had anything. It was definitely more of a kind of a fighting type of game with monster trucks, which is weird. And there was definitely still a fun aspect of it. The career mode was definitely interesting, to say the least. But the one positive to this game by far is chassis development. Probably the most detailed chassis in the entire game. So I'll give Ubisoft some hand on that. And they have a lot of other custom trucks. And there's some trucks in there that are still very rare to this day. And most don't even know how to unlock them. But it really requires PC. So yeah. Number 6, Monster Jam 4x4 Masters of Metal. Technically, Monster's 4x4, but I just put Jam in there for clarity. Monster Jam 4x4 is overall just something that I think was definitely, it's had its interesting side. The career mode was definitely very interesting, fun, but difficult as someone who's played it myself. The game overall definitely still has cool features. The trucks that you can use, really just all together has that fun type of feel. The racing was a bit cringing. Really, a lot of stuff was cringing. The commentary that they did for this, really the voice lines and stuff, were ultra cringe, but it was funny. If you want a bit of a more detailed run into the official career mode of this game, I'd advise checking out Jackson and Monster Talk's stream that he did on the game, because overall it's kind of funny, but also shows definitely how weird but fun this game can be. Now we're getting into the stronger boys. Number 5, Monster Jam Steel Titans 2. Okay, Steel Titans 2 definitely fixed up of some issues that Steel Titans 1 did have, but it's still lower than Steel Titans 1. You'll see where Steel Titans 1 is at, which that's going to be one y'all are not going to like. Steel Titans 2 improved a bit of physics. The physics were still weird. They did put in multiplayer. They updated some of the they put in different maps and stuff like that. Overall, it's just kind of an updation. Did add in some new trucks, some old trucks, some classic trucks that a lot of people liked. Overall, while it wasn't the biggest improvement, I say TH Cork or whoever actually is running this team right now might actually be one of the more confident ones we've had. But yeah, I'll talk more about the Steel Titan series with one, which is higher up on the list. Number 4, y'all are about to hate me for this. Monster Jam Path of Destruction. Alright, explaining time. I don't know. It's a little weird. I definitely see why so many people love Path of Destructions. Just because, like, you know, it is probably arguably the most realistic Monster Jam licensed game. With really, like, stadiums and track detail and overall truck and suspension. It definitely still probably the most realistic. But that doesn't mean it's the best one. Because there were still definitely a bit of issues where sometimes trucks get stuck in the ground. If you land on top, trucks will like explode, which is kind of funny. The racing, they definitely did a good job though, keeping the racing like where the stadiums were at, which was different. Overall, the career mode was definitely weird and not really the best at all. But overall, I think it's just a bit strange. It's definitely a game that you'll enjoy and definitely not regret playing. But yeah, overall, that's Path of Destruction. Number 3, Monster Jam 2007. Monster Jam 2007 is an interesting type because this was the first game made by, I believe, Activision. And the game itself, while definitely being fun and awesome, with the way the racing and stuff like that. Overall, it's just a fun game. It's not realistic at all. Like there's nothing at all realistic about the game. But overall, it's just a fun type of arcadic type of Monster Jam experience. Yes, they had a low truck number, but the trucks they did choose were big time names. And overall, it's just like, you know, very fun. But the only reason why, though, probably I'd argue it would be higher on the list, though, is that the game is way too difficult. The game's difficulty settings for easy way too hard. Like, I don't know how people can do medium or hard mode, because that was like, yeah, that was way over the top. So yeah, if you've ever beaten hard mode, let me know, because that's, I'm not sure if I'm gonna believe it or not. But yeah, game's still awesome and very fun though. Number 2, Monster Jam Steel Titans. Alright, it's time for even more explaining. I don't know why. It's another one of those weird type of games where I just feel like the game made a good impression on me for no reason at all. Like, really, it's just strange because, you know, Steel Titans 2 was like, you know, I had it lower on the list. I don't know. But it definitely is weird. Overall, the way I'd get the game, though, where him would be like, or rather how it ran was, graphics were top-notch. Controls are definitely top-notch. They definitely had very similar track designs. And they were able to actually get licensing to get some stadiums, although not all stadiums, I don't think, because they just used a generic Steel Titans track. A lot of the indoor stadiums didn't get the full licensing. Ultimately, though, they definitely had interesting. Most of the tracks, I think, were put from the, like, 2018 season. Overall, the game can definitely be fun. The career mode definitely is pretty fun. I'd advise taking one truck, and although it's definitely not realistic at all, and you do like the weird washing machine thing that was funny, and there was a lot of issues, some issues at pre-launch where you could just basically win free, auto win free styles because of the broken and busted front flips that you could just do. Luckily, they got that crowd down with some updates. And I guess the Fire and Ice and Bakugan Dragonoid DLCs definitely added a little bit more things into that. Yeah. Anyways, now we're up to number 1. You guys know it. It still stayed number 1 for this whole time since it first came out. Monster Jam Urban Assault. By far, still today, my favorite Monster Jam game. I know that's a lot of people. Music of the game is top notch. While it definitely is not the most realistic physics and really just overall the physics, just really everything, it's not that realistic, but it definitely has a very fun time. It's a lot easier to play and deal with than, say, like Steel, or rather, not Steel Titans, but Monster Jam 2007. But really, it's just the game itself has a very fun side. racing, freestyle. Like, none of it is at all realistic, but there's so much fun you can have in the game, and just overall the movies, really everything about the game just screams perfect. And like I mentioned before, great music. So yeah, if you haven't played Monsterjamfan Assault, I definitely recommend giving it a try. I've played it a lot, and honestly, if I can figure out how to actually get my camera right, I might even try and do a series on YouTube to do it. But no promises, because I don't know if it'll actually work or not. Anyways, thank you guys for watching Monsterjamfan2010's commentary series, episode number 9. We have one more left in the series. It's actually gonna be back-to-back weeks. But yeah, this is my rankings. How many of you guys disagree? How many of you guys do agree with this list somehow? And really, that's about all. Hope you all enjoy. Like helps the channel. Subscribe for more content, because I'm right there at 100. Actually, I'm recording this like a week from when it's supposed to come out, so I may have already hit 100 by this point. But yeah, I haven't hit it yet. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. And also hit the bell for notifications so you can get notified for videos. I'll see y'all next time.